Hi everyone, and welcome back to Kimbo's Comfort Kitchen. And today we are going to do a green peppercorn sauce. It's a very versatile sauce. It's quick, easy, and elegant. It goes with chicken, it goes with pork chops, and especially it goes with steak, which I'm sure many of you had. Now a lot of people shy away from it, or they go for a package or whatever. This ain't that tough. It's pretty easy once you get down to it. It takes no time at all to make. Growing up as a kid in Denmark, we used to have this all the time. Whether you went to a pub or pool, they usually had this on the menu. And sometimes I'd be really lucky and my grandma or my femme would actually make this for us. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Let's get going. Let's take a look at the ingredients for peppercorn sauce. I've got some flour, some butter, salt, got some cream, shallots, and green peppercorns, which I'm going to crush half of them in the mortar and pestle. Fresh chopped parsley, fresh chopped garlic, Dijon mustard, and I've got some brandy here. I do not use cognac when I'm making peppercorn sauce. It seems like it's a waste. This is a South African brandy, which works just fine. A little bit of olive oil, and the shallots. So this is the shallots. So a lot of people wonder, what is a shallot? Well, it's part of the allium family. It is an onion, technically, I guess, or a type of onion. But it's a small onion. It's probably closer to garlic. It has a less pungent flavor to it. And it's not a sweet onion, not to be confused with that. It has actually a little bit of a garlicky taste to it, and it grows very similar to the way we look at garlic cloves. So that's it, basically, and we'll put it together. To get started, I'm going to start with the onions and the shallots. A little bit of butter, a little bit of avocado oil. I'm going to put the shallots in first. This is very quick. It takes no time at all. So I want to put the shallots in first. And all I want to do is sweat them. Get them to soften up a bit and release all of that beautiful aroma and flavor. And once that's done, I'm going to put the garlic in, but I'm putting it in the very last because, as you know, garlic burns really easy. And once it burns, it turns acrid or bitter. So I'm just going to save the bowl that I had the shallots in. Mix this around. I've got it on about 3/4 heat. As soon as you can start to smell it, count about 30 seconds after that, and you know that you've pretty much got the reaction that you want. If it's gone brown with garlic, you've gone too far. Well, dark brown. I got a little bit of brown happening here right now. So I'm going to take this off the pan right now and put it in a little pot, and we'll go to the next step. So I've rinsed the pan, and I'm going to put a little bit of flour in. I got all the measurements on my website. And in this case, because it's a light brown sauce, I'm not really all that concerned if it turns. Normally, if you're doing a white sauce, you definitely don't want to cook the flour beyond white. But in this case, it doesn't really matter as long as you don't burn it. And we're not. This just gets rid of that flour flavor when you're making a sauce. And so now I'm going to put the butter in. Yeah, this is definitely a little hot. A lot hotter than if I was making a white sauce, but that's okay. As soon as you put the butter in, it cools it down. And actually creates a little bit of a nutty flavor to it, so I'm not particularly upset by that. As soon as the butter has melted, I'm going to add some beef broth. Now, I buy a paste and then add water to it. You can find it in the stores. I like it better than the stock that we see. And you're going to see this immediately start to thicken up in response. I know it looks a little lumpy right now, but that's okay. It'll disappear pretty quick. And I'm at half heat. You can see the flour starting to thicken this up quite quickly. Smells awesome. And now I'm going to add the cream. Because it's hotter, I'm adding a little bit more cream than I would normally. It'll come back pretty quick. I'm going to switch to a wooden whisk. Give it some time to get up to temp. There we go. Add a little bit more, and I'll come back when we've added all the cream in. So I've added all the cream, and it's come to a bit of a simmer, low simmer. And now I'm going to add the shallots and the onions. And you see the viscosity starting to pick up. And of course it chills it down a bit. That's fine. That's exactly what we're looking for. And now I'm going to add in half of the peppercorns that I mentioned earlier, which have been, some are whole and the rest I've ground loosely. Nothing spectacular. Now at this point you do this to taste. Some people like a really powerful, strong peppercorn flavor or pepper flavor, and others want something that's more mild. And now I'm going to add a little bit of brandy. Now, as I said, I've got all the ingredients and the amounts, but I think that, and I'll give, for what my flavor is. If you want to use more brandy or less brandy, that's fine. I'm also going to put a little bit of Dijon mustard in it. Not a lot, just for nuance. See how this is thickening up right now. And the other secret ingredient I put in is a little bit of red wine, which I didn't list at the very beginning, but for those of you that have stuck it out, and this is very old school. And I'm going to put some salt, and then to taste, it's probably going to need some more brandy, but I'll taste it in a second when it's had a chance to incorporate properly. Oh, that's good. That's really good. But me personally, I'm going to put some more peppers in there because I really like peppercorns. And I'm also going to put some more brandy in. And you let this simmer for about 5 minutes on low heat. And then I'm going to transfer this to a small pot. And this will hold for, at least an hour longer. It's a cream base. You don't want to keep it too long. But I'm making pepper steak tonight. And before we have pepper steak, I should mention we're also going to do escargot, which I will post that recipe in the near future. And the escargot recipe I have is better than most restaurants. It's not like getting big mouthful of rubber, as a lot of places do. But I'll show you the trick to how to make that happen properly. When I lived in Bordeaux, they made some amazing escargot dishes. So this is pretty much it. Let's taste this. Yeah, that's a good sauce. This is really good. It needs about another 5 minutes to mature, just to let everything get to come together. But after that's done, I'm going to set, as I said, and I'm going to put in a small pot. And then I'm going to make some steaks, and I'm going to pour this with the steaks and some shoestring pommes frites. And we're going to have a real awesome meal. Might even make a Caesar salad to go with it. But you can see the viscosity here. As I ladle through it, you can see the bottom. It means it's absolutely perfect. So I hope you enjoy this sauce. It's pretty basic. Doesn't take very long, as you can see. In fact, the whole video is, other than maybe a couple minutes, is exactly how long it takes to make it. And it freezes, as I said, it freezes really well. You can put this away for as long as you want if you want to make a big batch of it. So see you soon. Please subscribe and please share. Really appreciate all the support I've been getting. This is fun. Thanks, bud. Bye.